Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Today I'm going to be restoring my grandfather's Miller's Falls number 14 jack plane. The first thing you're going to do is disassemble everything. Just remember how everything goes back together and don't lose any of the pieces. The reason why I'm disassembling everything is to clean it. I'm going to clean each piece individually. This plane was sitting in my parents' garage for about 30 years. I don't think anyone's done anything with it. It's just kind of been moved around the garage and just collected dust. Then what you're going to do is rinse all of the pieces in water and dish soap, and then just get a brush and clean it up a little bit. After that, you're going to rinse it and then put it in a vinegar and salt bath. This is a rust remover solution that you can just use with household products. You can do this up to 12 hours, but I did mine for 4 hours with me scrubbing the pieces at the 2-hour mark. And here's me doing the same thing to the sole of the plane with some water and some dish soap. And then I just used a chisel, pretty much used the side of the chisel to get off the old varnish. This one was pretty old, so it just kind of came off just by kind of scrubbing it. And then I just did a quick sanding just to make all of the scuff marks and get the rest of the finish off. Then I went ahead and used some Danish oil on the handles. This is one of my favorites because it stains it and it also protects the wood. It seals and stains in one step. So you can do multiple coats of this. I just did 3 coats, I believe, and that's all you have to do for these handles. And like I said, I went through and scrubbed all of the pieces in the vinegar bath about halfway through. This did help get all of the rust off and then allow the vinegar to get to the rest of the more difficult rust that was not coming off. And then I went ahead and worked on the sole of the plane. I just wanted to make sure it was flat and get all of the gunk off the sides and the sole. So I just got some 220 grit sandpaper and just rubbed and rubbed that sole until it was nice and shiny and the bare metal was showing, because this had a lot of paint and other things stuck to it. I'm not even sure all the stuff that was stuck to this, but I just wanted to make it look nice and make it shine again. This part did take a while. However, if you want your plane to function properly, you're really going to want that sole to be completely flat. I just used some sandpaper and attached it to some melamine to make sure it was flat. And then assembly. After you have all the pieces done, you can assemble this plane and make sure, like I said, make sure you remember how you took it apart. Each plane is a little different, but if you are familiar with planes, then you should be able to figure it out. Part of the video that I did not show was me sharpening the iron of this plane. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. So if you're curious on how to sharpen a plane, like I said, just go check out some YouTube videos. There's plenty of them out there. Overall, I'm really happy with how this plane turned out. It really was not a hard project at all, so if you're considering doing this, or if you're even considering buying a brand new plane, just get an old one online. They're pretty cheap, and just restore it yourself. Yeah, it was super fun, so give it a shot. And after all of that work, let's test this thing out. And it looks like it's producing some pretty good shavings there. And I just tested it on a piece of pine. The real test, I guess, would be like walnut or something, but this pine was flattened really quickly with this plane. And as you can tell, you're getting some nice shavings there. Super impressed with this plane. It is definitely my favorite plane now. Hopefully Grandpa would be proud of this plane. Like I said, I'm super proud of it. Restoring it to its former glory, and hopefully it makes it another 75 years or whenever he bought that. But there it is. If you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everyone.